Hey Theo, how are you?
Hey, Courtney, how's it going?
Very good, very good. Thank you so much. Honestly, just welcome back and congratulations on getting hired. We are extremely proud of you and stoked for you to get started. We really just want to be able to come bring it back full circle
Mhm.
and talk to you about a couple things, especially in regards to like how you landed this career, but of course your pre-hired experience. So thank you for joining us today.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's get started and really just find out how did you learn about the pre-hired program?
I learned about pre-hired. I was going through, I thought I was going to do coding at first, and I was looking for a coding boot camp through through an app called Career Karma.
Okay.
And I was scrolling through and I was just kind of like, I seen it and I was like, sales is not really what I'm looking for, but their timeline kind of fit a lot more with what I wanted to do and the speed I wanted to work at compared to all the other boot camps. I was just like, hey, you know what? Why not? And I just gave it a shot.
Sure, sure. No, that makes complete sense. I love that. So you were scaling your options, right? You were like really actually diligently doing research on what things were out there for you, right?
Mhm.
So what made you actually in that research? Like what were you doing before pre-hired and before you got started?
Before I got to pre-hired, I was actually working on a career in real estate, and I just kind of got into a point where I realized that I needed a lot more in terms of just resources and capital and just startup money to be able to really get everything going the way I wanted it to. And I just kind of realized that I didn't have it the way that I needed it to right now. So I needed to kind of pivot and put myself in a different position, and felt like it was worth it.
Beautiful, beautiful. No, that's really good. And as you got started, I know you and I had an opportunity to work together, but what really was it that made you really start to take action and really like take it seriously? Or was that your focus from the beginning? Like what was it? What was your driving force behind your mentality of going through the course?
Um, to be honest, I think it was really mostly I was kind of at a point of desperation just because I knew I needed to do something. I needed to do something quick and I didn't want to waste any more time with it. So I really kind of sat down. I really thought about it. I considered it. I prayed on it and it felt right. And once I kind of got that confirmation that there was something I should at least give a shot, I just kind of ran with it and took off with it.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. Now, what did you like the most about pre-hire?
Um, It'd probably be a mix between just the information that I got from it. I liked how it really changed my perspective on sales, but I also liked that I was also able to work at my own pace and really kind of um, take my time, but not necessarily kind of have to go slow with it. I could go as fast or as slow as I wanted to. I was in full control of everything. So that was the best.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. A lot of times, different training programs, like they might have different parameters that you have to follow and time restraints. So I
Mhm,
agree, it's completely self-paced, and I think that's a huge variable that is to consider. You know what I mean?
mhm.
With that, would you give any advice to anyone that's really like on the fence and deciding if they want to join pre-hire too? What advice would you give them?
I would say I would say don't be afraid of change. If it's something that's in your heart and something that you're debating on, if it's even if it's more than half of you that says, "Hey, maybe this is something that I should pursue,"
Yeah,
then give it a shot. At least try, because you never know what you're going to get if you don't try. So really, really kind of really consider it. It's there's a lot more to just this industry in general than you think. And I think once you finally take that step and commit to it and really put your best foot forward with it, you'll find it a lot more rewarding than you think.
that's so good. That's so good for so many reasons. Just because there's so many premeditated notions about sales in this industry
Mhm.
that people don't really understand it fully and don't give it a chance to that point. So I definitely agree with you there.
Yeah, I had those same notions too. Commission jobs always kind of scared me, but just the more I did my research, the more I kind of put my due diligence into it and kind of really got more information on it. It made more sense to me.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So here we are now. You're hired with Zoom Info, an amazing company. Tell me about it and tell me how you landed your job.
So I I reached out to them. I applied. I seen it. And I was just kind of like, hey, why not? Let me just apply. And I found a guy named Kwame who was kind of like a recruiter.
Yeah.
I found him on LinkedIn, and I just reached out to him just on a whim. And he reached back out to me. From there, we set up an interview. That interview went well. One interview led to another. I had one more kind of follow-up interview just to kind of tie the loose ends and have me meet their big hiring manager. And next thing I knew, I want to say it was what, maybe 2-3 days later, I got an email and got my offer. So
Love it, love it. And how do you? Well, I know you actually haven't started yet, right? Like you're about to.
no, yeah, I start training on the 12th. So
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, like seriously, much success to you there. We are so excited to just see you grow and prosper. And knowing that you have the community of pre-hired as a lifetime membership, like we want you to really be able to also lean on us too, you know? Or on the inverse, we're leaning on you, like give us some more intel in regards to, hey, is Zoom Info one hiring? Two, do they have some great new things that we could be able to leverage in regards to their product and their service? Because they're just a phenomenal company, right? So we definitely love the fact that this is a lifetime membership and partnership, right?
oh
So
yeah,
that's
same
awesome.
here. Same here. And that's a big thing for me too. Just knowing that I'm always going to have that help and that backing, and just knowing that it's a resource for me. Knowing
Yeah,
that for me, and I can really appreciate that.
absolutely. Love that. Love that. Okay, so I know I asked you about giving advice to anyone who's on the fence, right? But what
Mhm.
can you either, let's say, the demographic of people that we have as current members, or even, let's say, just future or potential members? Like, what advice would you give them?
Um, I would say just keep going. No matter where you're at, even if you kind of are, whether you're just starting or you're at that point where you're taking interviews. Trust me, I had my share of no's. I had more than my share of no's, but you just kind of got to keep going and keep pushing yourself. Keep at it, and it's going to pay off in the long run. I promise.
I mean, but isn't that like you're almost like the interview process prepares you for the role that you're about to take on? Because as an SDR, we almost always get no's.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
so it's okay, but the fact that you're like keep striving towards your goal of getting a career, like a life-changing career. I love that. Like just keep going, be tenacious. Love that.
Mhm. Oh yeah. It's the only way you're gonna.
What'd you say?
I said that's the only way you're gonna win. So you just got to keep at it.
That's it. That's it. And you are winning with Zoom Info. Can't wait to see how your career goes, especially as you continue like throughout the rest of the year. I'm really looking forward to seeing your developmental process. So thank you again for joining us. It was a pleasure and congratulations again.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and thank you for just helping me and guiding me along the way. I owe you guys for that. So I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Take care, Theo.
All right. Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye bye.